Everyone at the back happy? Right, Dan, please.
Afternoon, guys.
Hi, Dan.
First of all, team news. How's everyone returned from internationals? Any injury concerns out of Newcastle?
No, I think everybody's okay. We've got obviously a couple that haven't trained much. Rayan and Mario obviously picked up slight knocks. But no, pretty much everyone's in a decent spot, apart from them two. A couple of late checks probably to make sure they're okay for the weekend. But no, the group are in a decent spot. Everyone's come back pretty much okay.
I just want to double check on yours and Mascara. Is he all good as well?
Yeah, he had some sort of cramp in both calves, so a bit fatigued off the back of the game. But he didn't train fully with us today. We gave him an extra day to make sure that he recovers fine. But there's no sort of injury, so yeah, we're hopeful the next couple of days will help him feel a little bit better, and he should be good to go by the weekend.
Good news. Looking back slightly a few weeks ago, first time we've spoken to you since College Forbs for the club. How pleased are you getting him, and what do you think he'll add to the attacking option? Yeah,
pleased. Finally got to sort of introduce him to the group today. You know, seems a long time ago since he signed, but he got to meet everybody today. He's an exciting young player, of course. Bundles and bundles of potential. Which is key for what we're trying to do and what we're doing at this moment at the football club. As you can see with most of the signings, a lot of potential and potential to grow and become real regular high level Premier League performers is the hope. And Carlos adds to that group. He's obviously has good pedigree, came through at Manchester City, has played some games at Ajax, has real blistering pace, can go on the outside, can come on the inside. Can play on both sides of the pitch, and that's my first sort of glimpse of him in training this morning. We didn't do loads, but enough where you can see what he is and where he may be able to help us. So yeah, really excited by it. I think he gives us something in the group in that sort of pace and that dynamic 1v1 ability on the outside that we have been short of. Obviously, we had it last season in Pedro, but he missed a lot of the season. And Carlos, we hope, can give us a bit more of that.
I guess someone on the other side of kind of that age bracket is Sam Johnstone, who came straight in against Nottingham Forest. What have you made of his addition so far, and what has he added to the group? Yeah,
he's obviously, we know he's a good, solid guy, excellent around the place, good for the group, did well at Nottingham Forest, obviously, especially off the back of conceding fairly early, put in a real sort of mature, calm performance that I thought helped. And yeah, we thought it was important to sort of try and improve that part of the squad. The goalkeeper area we felt could do with a little bit more competition, and it's definitely provided that. You can see there's been an uplift in certain people in it, and yeah, it's been definitely good for the group.
I suppose obvious question off the back of that is Jose Sol wasn't involved against Nottingham Forest. How has he been since? And there's only, I suppose, the Turkey window still open. You still expect Jose Sol to be here? Yeah,
Jose will be here, I'm sure. He'll fight with Sam for that spot. Two excellent goalkeepers. Jose Sar's, yeah, you don't need me to stand here or sit here and tell you how many big saves he's made for us over the last few years and what he is and what he's capable of. We know that. So, yeah, he has his opportunity to fight for the place, the same as any other position. And I know the goalkeeper one always feels different, but it is important that every person that's playing knows that there is potential if there is a lack of form or if they lose focus, that there's someone knocking the door down to take their spot. So, of course, Dan was already pushing Jose, but Sam adds to that competition. So, I expect Jose to stay, and I expect him to fight Sam and Dan and Kingy for the goalkeeper shirt.
And just finally from you, Gary, with the window now being closed, your first full summer window complete, how do you kind of assess where the squad is at now? And I just wonder if you were to have another, hopefully not an injury crisis like you did last year, do you feel the squad is now better equipped to battle that?
We have much more depth, yeah, which is good. I think even substitutions-wise, it's been much easier at this moment. If you look back to the end of last season and where we were subs-wise, it was tough. Every time you put somebody on, you basically had to change the shape or ask someone to play out of position. Whereas this season, I think most of the subs I've made have been able to be like for like, so there's been no real drastic shape changes, and we've made quite a lot of subs already. And that is, I do want us to be a team that can be sort of aggressive with our substitutions, not have to wait till really late. And if it's not working after 50, 55, the lads understand that there's nothing personal in coming off or not going on, or it's always what's best for the team. And I want us to be able to do that. So we definitely have more depth than we had. And I'm excited. I'm really pleased that the window's done. Really pleased that the first international break is out of the way, and I'm excited now just to get to work. We've got an incredibly tough run of fixtures that I can't wait to get stuck into with the players. Not many people outside of Wolves will give us much of a chance in any of them. But yeah, I'm really excited by that even. I'm excited with getting to work with a group again now, and get to put any talk of comings and goings away until at least January. And looking really ready to just go and fight with a group now to put as many points on the board as we can. Okay.
Good afternoon, Gary.
Hi.
You mentioned that tough run of fixtures. It starts with Newcastle. Eddie Howe is someone you know very, very well. Tell us what you're expecting from them at the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, it started at Arsenal, but yeah, it continues against Newcastle. And obviously Eddie, yeah, I know Eddie well. Done an excellent job there. They have an abundance of quality, attacking players, midfielders, even defenders. I know they've had a couple of injury issues, but obviously signing Lloyd Kelly on a free transfer, someone who I admire a lot. I thought he was excellent at Bournemouth and a real good signing for them. So yeah, they're going to be a big test. Isaac, one of the best number 9s in the league for me. So they are a team that are going to test us definitely. But a team that we played twice last season, team that we did pretty well against in both fixtures. I know the away one we end up losing comfortably, but probably wasn't the full story of the game, especially for where we were at that time. So looking forward to getting back into Molineux, getting the group that we now know we're going to work with from now till January at least, and seeing if we can start to upset a few people like we managed to last season. A lot of our results came unexpectedly last year, and we're going to need some of them again this season. So really looking forward to the challenge. Eddie and his team and of staff and the team of players have had an incredible couple of years up there, and I'm sure they'll continue to do so. Will give us a real good test, but one that we're looking forward to.
Obviously, post this weekend and before the next game against Newcastle, Eddie's mentioned you this morning in terms of how he admires your time together when you were playing, and he's sort of said how well a job you've done here. Do you kind of still bounce things off each other? Do you still have that contact that you did previously, or has it all sort of died down?
No, we don't have contact. We have I can only talk from my point of view. Obviously, I don't know what Eddie has said, but I have a real respect for him and what he's done. And obviously, British, English managers working in the Premier League, there's not too many. So it's nice to see Eddie, especially as high up the league as he is and as he's been over the last few years, Champions League, worked his socks off to take Bournemouth from the bottom of League Two to get himself to a club that competes in the Champions League last season. So an incredible journey. And you don't get that through luck or without sacrifice and without an awful lot of hard work and intelligence. So, really good manager, Ed. And we don't bounce things off each other at all. I think we're both probably a bit too private and proud for that. Both have our own way of doing things and both probably fairly confident in what we do and what we want to achieve. But still a real respect of what he's done there and what he'll continue to do until he decides that management's not for him, because I'm sure he'll be successful no matter where he goes.
I sense with the summer window, there's real excitement for yourself and your coaching team with the squad you have now and you can work with till at least January in terms of the additions. And I know you've lost some big players, but I think a sense there's a real sense of excitement that this team is going to do something really special here this season. Is that correct? Am I right? Am I seeing that?
Yeah, no, I think there's. I mean, yeah, I am. I'm always excited to work with my group. Once the window closes, it was the same last season. I know we lost Mateus Nunes late, and the transfer windows now for Wolves are not what they were. When a few years ago, and there was loads of Neves arrived, and Mateus Cunha and Mario and people arrived for big fees. That's different. It's different. But the excitement for me is that we know where we are now. We know exactly what we've got, and that we have opportunities to upset what people maybe expect from us this season again, which is sort of what I've done since I started with Bournemouth and with Wolves last year. And I know there's enough in this group that if we can push and drive and get everything out of them, that we can still upset a few and pick up some good results and make sure that we still punch above our weight this year.
Let's look at the weekend.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, Gary. Just a couple from me. You mentioned upset quite a bit. Is that the sort of feeling that's in the dressing room as well? Like, you can go out into these sort of matches that you're not expected to win and sort of play with freedom in a sense?
Yeah, no, I think I always try to give them enough freedom in games anyway, no matter who it's against. I think, we approach every game like if we nail what we've worked on and the game plan and how we want to be, that we have an opportunity to win, no matter who it's against. So we know that at this moment we're going to play a lot of teams that will be expected to finish high up the league. So that's probably the feeling around the place at the moment, is that not many people outside of here expect us to take many points out of the next, including the ones we've just played, the few games at the start of the season. But that's not our expectation. Our expectation is to give everything, to show that we've got good players, to show that we've got a good side, to show that we've got more depth now, and to see what we can achieve. As I said, it's my favourite part, really. The season gets going for me fully when the window closes and you know exactly where everybody is. So we're at that point, and I'm looking forward to getting going.
Is the squad more settled as well, obviously, with the transfer window shut, around the sort of dressing room?
Yeah, no, it was okay. It was okay anyway. But yeah, of course, it draws a line under everything, doesn't it? So everyone knows now exactly where they are for the next 3 to 4 months, and they know that the only aim is to get into this team. The only aim is to help this team be successful for the next few months, which helps.
Coming back to Jose Sarr finally, how's he responded to, obviously, proper competition in the squad? Because obviously he's not had that since obviously he came in. So how's he sort of responded to that? Yeah,
trained really well. Obviously, he was away with Portugal for a significant amount of the international break, but he since he's been back, has trained really well. Trained well again this morning. So a lot of games coming up, and he knows that he could be needed at any moment, and he knows that the shirt isn't just given to Sam. Whoever wears that shirt at the weekend needs to earn it. So let's see how that goes. But he's giving himself the best chance at the moment.
That's it. Thank you for that. So